I am so done. And I'm not just talking about my dwelling on that truckload of IB exams I just finished like a month ago. No, no, no. I am referring to something much less productive or impressive. So, you know those viral, well, at least on my introverted butt's end, but you know those viral aesthetic short videos of a knit froggy just having a chill all day? Well, like this Redditor, it mildly enrages me that there's no crochet alternative that is close to an exact replica of it. I mean, all the Crochet Frog amigurumis you see online are round and cute, but I'm kinda into that long-limbed little fella and anatomically more accurate features, you know? This problem was pointed out to me by none other than my bestie first, and like any good bestie, she dutifully relayed her frustrations about it to me so we could both be frustrated. Yay! Anyways, hi, I'm Iris, and after grinding away at exams last month and locking in too hard, I don't know, what can I say? I'm finally free for the time being, and I'm going to be taking matters of this problem into my own hands. I'm personally fine with people charging for their patterns since it does take a lot of effort to develop these things. But I did this for pure fun, and I'm sure there's many of you out there who are broke like me and can't buy patterns, so this one's for you guys. Have my intellectual property, bon appetit. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into some crocheting. To make this froggy, you're going to need a hook and 2 colors of yarn of your choice. One for the body and one for the belly. I'm using a 3.5mm hook since I like my stitches tighter and 4-weight yarn. I do think my cream yarn is a bit thinner than my moss green though. You also need a tapestry needle, safety eyes, some sort of stuffing, and pipe cleaners, if you want your frog to possess the ability to pose. I'm using US notation, but I also use some unconventional increases and decreases, which I will show more carefully. Another thing, this was just a me thing, but because I'm working in rows instead of rounds for the main body, but still wanted my stitches to be uniform, I learned how to crochet with my left hand every other row. I'm also working in cross stitches, which is a variation of the single crochet that makes the stitches tighter, since I'm not that great of a fan of regular crochet holes. The pattern will still work if you choose to work in regular rows by flipping, which will give you some texture difference between rows. But I'm gonna be demoing with my back and forth alternating method. Also, I made a document of the pattern since I know I much prefer looking at a sheet rather than a video when I follow patterns. But some parts are a bit finicky, so I'll meet you back here if you do choose to reference the doc instead. I've put that in the description for you. Now let's start with some chains. Finishing my first chains in row, you'll notice, for my method, I'll be chaining with the hand I just did the row with, and then switching over to my other hand. If you're not crazy and are just doing regular row by row, disregard this. You can see I'm quite a bit slower with my left hand. Hey, just as an aside, this is my first time making a video, so it would mean the world to me if you could interact with it in some way, because the whole process of creating this entire thing was seriously hard. Feel free to like or share this video with someone, since we all know that everyone is secretly searching for a way to make crochet frogs. I'd also love, if you do end up making a frog and post it on Instagram or something, if you tag me at flowerpot_Iris, because I'd love to see your creations. Honestly, what am I even talking about? Again with that slow left hand. Okay, so here's what I mean about those stitches that feel illegal to crochet. Here we got the decrease 3 to 2, which involves 2 decreases, but for the second one you're reusing the second loop from the first, essentially turning 3 stitches to 2. I'm using the back loop since I want the back of my work to face outwards, but this will vary case by case depending on which row technique you decide. Alright, here in this row we have the opposite of decrease 3 to 2, which is increase 2 to 3. Here we got the increase 2 to 3, which is basically crocheting a regular single crochet in only one loop of the first stitch top. Now you'll be using a decrease with the same stitch and the next stitch, and then after that doing another regular single crochet in that second stitch in your chosen loop. Like its decrease counterpart, you'll be choosing which loops to go in based on which side you want to have facing out on the final frog. The leftover loops should always be hidden on the inside. once you finish your last row of slip stitches, we're going to do some more diabolical moves. Wherever you see a gap around one chain length away on this side edge here, you're going to slip stitch. This is to have a place to attach the two parts of the body later. Doesn't really matter where exactly the slip stitches are, just as long as they're even in distance. I would also advise to use slightly looser stitches, since my slip stitches always ended up slightly tighter than I originally intended them to. Once you've made your way all the way around, with a distance of 1 stitch away from your last row, cut your yarn and use the tapestry needle to create a faux stitch, making the rim even. Weave that end in just a slight blit to make it more secure, and you can place in your safety eyes like I did now. Our frog is starting to have a soul! To the belly. Okay, I honestly don't really have much to say for this next part since the logistics are the same as the back part of the body, so maybe skip this part and follow my written pattern until it's time to attach things. Bye! the front and back pieces of the body, we can start assembling. Cut a strand of your lighter colored yarn that is about twice the length of one perimeter of the frog. Starting in the middle of the mouth, start stitching the two parts together, going down the side just by doing a normal, whatever this is, down both sides. After you sew through the length of how long you want your mouth, pause since we will be using a different method for attaching the rest. After we add our lovely little frog's mouth. After cutting out a strand of your color of the back, start with the leftmost stitch of the sewing and insert your tapestry needle from right to left. From there, pull all the way through and then poke the needle through the right side of the next seam. When you're pulling out, have your needle go beneath your tail of the yarn like so. Keep going until you reach the end of where you want the mouth to go and fasten off both sides. good to go. Anyways, continue attaching down both sides evenly, and you can also begin to stuff the head so it has a bit more shape. Now I'm putting my pipe cleaner for my froggy's arms in place, since it's a bit hard to do so after you've put the polyfill in there. I used my tapestry needle to put it in place, and look at that funky little guy! Okay, we're gonna take a break from the main body to start the arms and legs, since they're virtually the same thing. This is so that when putting the arms on the pipe cleaner, we can still leverage the fact that the opening to the inside of the amigurumi is still quite large, which makes fastening appendages to the main body easier. Here we go. For the arms and legs, we'll be working in rounds, and like any good round, start with a magic circle. You don't need to leave too long of a tail because we're starting from the little toes and working our way up, so the tail will be hidden anyways. Once you have your first stitch on the magic circle, chain 1. Turning your work, you'll see that there are now 2 back bumps of the chain. Insert your hook into the second one from your hook and slip stitch. Slip stitch into the center of the magic circle, and this time chain 2 so that you get 2 bumps again. Slip stitch again into the second bump, then into the magic circle again. same for the third toe. Now chain 1 again, then do 3 single crochets into the magic circle. You can pull the circle tight now. Depending on which side you want your stitches to face out, you want to bend the strip of single crochets you just created to create a round with said side facing outwards. For me, I want the back of my stitches facing out, so I'm connecting my work in this orientation with a single crochet. I recommend at this point to put in some sort of stitch marker in the round. You should have 3 single crochets per round. Since the round is quite small, make sure your stitches are relatively tight. Now, the number of rounds you do is completely dependent on how long you want your arms to be. I mainly just estimated based on how long my pipe cleaners were, and I made the legs 1 round longer than the arms. At the end of each appendage, remove your stitch marker and then slip stitch 2. This part might be the hardest part thus far. We're going to bring the pipe cleaner through the hollow middle part of the arms and legs. No kidding, on my first frog, I accidentally bent my tapestry needle trying to tug that stubborn pipe cleaner through the frog appendage. Okay, I first bend part of the pipe cleaner around my tapestry needle as if it were a piece of yarn, then slowly pull it through. Be careful of using too much force because when the friction between the pipe cleaner and yarn finally breaks, in that case, you could end up pulling the whole pipe cleaner through too far. I wonder how she would note that. So, slowly wiggling it through, attach both arms to the pipe cleaners. All you have to do is sew the 2 pieces together for real. And I recommend checking out how big the cross-sectional area of your arms are before deciding where to thread your needle through, so that the end doesn't end up looking like that of a balloon animal. I wonder why she would know that. Something else I would also recommend, you know how you worked in rounds of 3, so therefore you should have 3 stitches up on the top to use, right? Thread at least 2 times through each stitch to mitigate the look of having holes around the edge of the arm. Once the arms are attached, continue attaching the body down until you can attach the legs. Then do the legs! Bam! Okay, with the legs in, we can finally start closing off the bottom with the same stitches from earlier. Stuff as needed to make the frog's little belly nice and plump. Again, there may not be a perfect number of stitches to attach from both sides, so adjust accordingly by sometimes attaching 2 on one side to the other. Once at the end, tie a knot with the 2 tails and hide them in the main body. Congratulations, you now have a crochet frog. Or two. If you liked the video or had some lingering thoughts, feel free to drop a like or leave something in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Bye!
Hi.